Hi, I am Jen Severson. I am a realtor.
And my name is Kevin Severson. I'm a life coach.
We got together to put these videos about divorce in a positive light because we wanted some positive stuff out there around divorce.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I've learned about through this season, it's what our kids will take from it. Not the details, but what they observe.
Yeah, because kids don't just listen to what you say, they watch how you handle things.
Exactly. And we can't control how they interpret everything, but we can control how we show up.
Yeah, and that's so important. I know it's important to me and you because at the end of the day, what they're learning isn't about divorce, it's about adulthood, it's about change.
Right. And it's about how adults handle change as well.
Yep. And it's also how they handle disappointment.
Yep. How they handle conflict and all those fun things.
All of the adulting things. But they're also seeing like how people regulate themselves when things feel uncertain or uncomfortable. Like what does that look like?
Yeah, right. For me, one of the biggest hopes for them is that they see that hard things don't require hostility. Mm-hmm. You don't have to become enemies just because something changed.
No, or because it's uncomfortable or anything. And I hope that they see the respect that is still possible even when circumstances shift and it's uncomfortable, that the respect doesn't go anywhere.
Right. And if boundaries are put in place, that they don't have to be cruel.
Oh, yeah. And that strength doesn't mean suppressing emotion. You can still feel stuff even when it's uncomfortable.
Right, because emotional regulation is strength, right? If you can display that, and you're not pretending you're unaffected, you're not shutting down, but you're feeling something and choosing how to respond to those feelings.
That is a huge lesson, that your reaction isn't always your best response, but it's still okay to feel your feelings. That's a big deal.
Exactly. You can feel anger. You can feel grief, right? Yeah. That would be normal.
Yeah.
But you don't have to weaponize it or use it against people.
Right. I agree with that. And that's not about being perfect. It's really about being intentional, about taking that breath as your first word and then deciding what you want to say.
Yeah, and I also hope that they learn that growth is normal, right? That things change.
Yes. And when something shifts, it doesn't automatically mean somebody failed. It's evolving. Life is about change.
Exactly. And the older I get, I know that I see life has different chapters in it, right? And I look back through my life, there's different chapters. And chapters ending doesn't erase what was meaningful in them or the memories you have.
Right, it doesn't. And I also hope that they learn that responsibility matters, that you look inward before you look outward.
Right, and that you ask, what can I own here? Instead of, who do I blame for this?
Yes, because that mindset will shape every relationship that they have. And that's a big one.
Yep, and every transition they face.
I think about when they're older, when they hit their own hard seasons, I hope that they remember that steadiness is possible, that it's okay.
Right, and that even when life feels uncertain, you don't have to collapse. You might fall, but you don't have to collapse.
You can pause. As my dad said, you don't give up, you just rest a while. You can also reflect, and then you can choose how you want to show up.
Right, and I hope they don't see that peace as a weakness, right? Or that it isn't weakness. You know, they want to see that peace is strength, and sometimes it's the strongest choice one can make.
Yeah, we've said anger is loud, bitterness is loud, peace is quieter, but it takes discipline. Yeah, taking that breath before we are being intentional about how we respond.
Right, not just physical discipline, either emotional discipline as well.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that they learn that discipline is how you speak, how you react, how you carry yourself. All of that stuff matters.
Right, because that's what builds self-respect. And I think so many times in the Army where I had to keep my mouth shut, I had to learn and I had to have respect for others, and how that was a life lesson moving forward.
Right. But at the end of the day, I don't need them to understand everything, but I do want them to feel safe. That was a big priority.
Right, and safe knowing that change doesn't equal chaos.
Yes, it might feel like it, but it's a organized chaos maybe. but safe knowing that love for them is steady, that that's not going anywhere.
Right, and safe knowing that adults can handle complexity without turning everything or turning it into conflict.
Right, that there's a he said, she said, or somebody's at fault. And that might be probably the biggest lesson, is that complexity doesn't require drama at all.
Right, it requires maturity.
And the willingness to grow.
Yep. And if they can carry anything, from what's been going on, I hope it's this: you can go through something hard, right?
And you can still choose integrity and respect.
Right, exactly. And you can feel deeply for someone.
Yeah, because remember, it's okay to feel your feelings. And the second part is to act thoughtfully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You can change. It's possible.
It's
not
okay.
Impossible. Yes.
What is it? We are uncomfortable being comfortable with change. But we can always remain respectful, and that's good.
Yeah, and sometimes that's enough, just to remain respectful during that time.
Yep, I think so. I think that was yours and mine. The biggest thing is, let's treat each other with respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of The In-Between.
If this conversation resonates with you, don't just close the tab or move on. Sit with what we said, reflect on it. And if it touches something in you, it's okay. Reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, and share it with someone who needs to hear it, right? That would be important as well.
Yeah, let's put the good out.
Yes, let's keep that going. And make sure you're following the channel so you don't miss what's coming next.
Right. And next Wednesday, we're starting something new. It's a 10-week series on peaceful divorce, specifically how to divorce without destroying each other.
Subscribe, stay connected, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.